AMG ACE.
What's going down, man? What's going down?
What's up with you, bro?
Vibing, man. You know what's up with me, man. Same shit, ain't nothing gonna change, man. Just trying to goddamn, continue, stay focused, make my little music,
For sure,
get
man.
this money and try to stay out the way, man.
For sure.
What's going down, though, man?
Hell yeah, man. For the people that don't, let's get right into it, bro. I ain't even gonna waste no time, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and you have personally did a lot of work together throughout the years, but we never really had to sit down and, that way to get the people to actually understand and comprehend who you are as an artist behind the music and the music video. So that's what we here for today, man. You know what I'm saying? So to start off, can you tell us like where you from and how your environment shaped your music?
Alright, so I'm from I'm from Ohio. I was born and raised there. I moved down here when I was young. I was probably like 5 or 6 when I moved down here. I grew up in the beach. Went to all the schools around here. Pretty much, my whole life I grew up here. But back and forth, I would move back for a couple years, be with the family, shit like that. But where I'm from, though, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like you can't even the way a life up there is like it's totally different. So the environment up there, it took me some time. Like I was young when my younger ages, my younger times, I was involved in it too. I was on some hot boy shit. It took me a lot to realize like it's more to life than just what we was into, man. We was in all types of crazy shit you can imagine. But throughout my childhood life when I went to school down here, I just already knew this was where I wanted to be at when I was growing up. Just because it's a 7-5, it's bigger, population bigger. I knew more people. Not only that, I went to I went to pretty much every school around here. So knowing people and fans, people that know me on the music side, people that know me on the school side, just a little mix and match of everything. So where I'm from, though, it gets so wild. Like, and then I've been through so much. It was like I never even imagined myself being a rapper. I never even. It just fell on my lap for real. Like I went through so much, and then my trials and tribulations, like it put me in a position where I just had to start putting shit together, like, and then I always was talented as far as like making music, putting words together and shit like that. But just where I'm from, bro, it's crazy. I'm from Ohio, small city, Springfield. Probably population, I don't know, not too many. It's only one school. Everybody go to that one school, so you can imagine how big the city is.
Oh, for real.
So it's like, it's
any
crazy.
famous? Did you any famous people coming out from your?
So we
time?
had damn, what the fuck is his name? John Legend came from out of Springfield.
Oh, word.
There's a couple other people. I gotta get into details, but big name wise, though, we had John Legend. Like up top, like around cities around us, we had other popular people that came out. But even now, like you see them, they go back home like I do, just to visit the people and
they go
maybe give back and do little events for the peoples and shit like that. But man, it's crazy, man. Like it's just, and then you got so many people that don't want to see you win. Like they waiting on your downfall. They waiting on you to, oh yeah, he going to prison, or oh yeah, he got done. He just got into this. He just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got a handful of people that really want to see you win, but them be the people that be on your team, maybe people that you grew up with or people that you went to school with that know of you. But man, it's a lot of hate, a lot of envy coming out of my city.
That you got to deal with.
Yeah, this shit was wild. So that was my childhood days, man. So that's pretty much how y'all got me though.
How did you? When did you first fall in? Like you said that you kind of got into music. You saying like your later years, right?
Yeah, my later years.
So around what age do you think you started like falling in love with music?
For real, I was doing music. The beginning of my high school days, I was like riding in cars, like people was recording me. I do like put instrumentals on the little beats on the aux cord on the radio and just vibe to it, put a little shit together. I type it up, shit like that. But I say really and truly, I didn't take it serious until probably like 2016, 2017. After I actually moved back, bought a house in the beach, and like really took it serious. Like but overall, like when I got shot, really, I ain't gonna say it like just when my 2016, 2017 was when I got into it. That's just because my trials and tribulations. Again, like I said, I had got shot 2016. And it brought more shit to my mind. It made me open up and realize more about life. So, and then not only that, I mean, I got other little businesses besides that, but focus wise, like I got into it. 2016, like right after high school.
So what was your mindset like when you first got into it? Like when you first got into the music thing, what was your initial like mindset?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My initial mindset, man, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it would come like easy. I thought I'd do a couple videos, get into it, maybe like, I don't know, man. I thought it would come easy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's a lot more to music than a lot of people think. A lot of people think that you could just write some shit on a paper, just go to the studio, and then a couple weeks later, you wanna, no, sir. So it's a lot to it.
It take you to run a marathon to see that, though. Because it's like, it's really 20% talent and like all the rest straight business.
What I'm saying? It really is, truly, it really is. Like, and then there's more to it than that, because you got other people that dedicate their life to it. You got people that shoot the video, you got people that make the beats, record it for you. Like, you got them people that you gotta lock in with. Not only just lock in with them, but you gotta know people too. So you can't just, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say you can't just know a studio and just do work there and you can't make nothing out of it, because you definitely can, but you gotta know people. You gotta push your music. Like nowadays, man, everything ran off of social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Everybody running shit through there. So it's social media nowadays that get shit popping. Yeah.
So let's get into your incident, bro. I know earlier you mentioned that you've been shot before. Can we talk about the moment when you got shot? Like what was happening in your life around that time?
Oh shit. For real, man. I was 16, about to be 17, a couple months before my birthday. I had got locked up. Before I had got locked up, like I said, I was involved with a lot of the street shit that was going on. I was a hothead, robbing, doing all types of crazy shit, like just, you can imagine. And it kind of led up to the reason why I got shot. But I had got locked up, 2016 I got locked up. I was in juvenile, I was still young. I came home a couple months after I got locked up. When I came home, it was like the same day I got out. Somebody came to my mom dude's crib, kicked in the back door, and that shit got like that. And like I said, at the time, I knew the environment I was in, and I knew what came with it. So I felt like if I wasn't locked up, it could have played out a little different. But yeah, it definitely went south. Shit, motherfucker came through the back door. I got shot 5 times, both hands. Missing 2 fingers. I got hit in my neck, my rib. My mom was cooking dinner that day, like, cause I had just got out making a big dinner. I went to the kitchen to grab something out the stove. Literally, as I was grabbing the shit out the stove, I heard a knock at the back door. And at the time, I had just got out, so you can imagine I had a lot of people coming to visit me, a lot of family, friends coming to see me. At the time, my mom's house was like the kicking spot where everybody came to, so I didn't really think nothing of it. Come on, you know what I mean, waving them in, like, boom, door got kicked off the hinges, and it just, right there in the kitchen, like from 3 to 4 feet away. So, really and truly, like, a lot of shit in my head anyway that I think of when it comes to the situation, it could have played out different ways, but, I mean, I was literally in the kitchen fighting for my life. Like, I was wrestling with this motherfucker with the gun, trying to take it out of his hand. That's how obviously I'm missing both fingers.
So you saying, so when they did they bust in the crib, or you opened the door and they ran through?
I didn't even get the chance to even, like I said, I was trying to flag them in, like, come on, I'm hollering, like, come on, like, boom, kicked in the door, whole hinges, everything. Door came right off the hinges, like, ski mask, big boy chop, all that, like.
It was just one person? Or?
Yeah, it was just one person, hoodied up, ski mask, like, pulled in. Where I'm from, it's a bunch of alleys, like, ain't too many alleys here. It's like little city, like every neighborhood, every street got an alleyway behind it. Just pulled up in the alley, one person jumped out, kicked in the back door. When they initially came into the crib, I ain't gonna lie to you, I personally thought it was like a robbery. I had a lot of money, a lot of weed, shit like that. So I thought it was a robbery at first, but then like my instincts kicked in for real, and this motherfucker got a ski mask on, you know what I'm saying? Anything possible. So I just, in one motion, just tried to grab the gun from him, got the twist in the gun, shot this finger off, grabbed it again with the other hand, shot this finger off, and shit, it went from there. Like I headbutted him, we got the wrestling. He just letting his gun off the whole time as I'm wrestling him, and I ended up taking 5 shots at the end of the day. I hit the floor, When I hit the floor, I thought that was the end of it. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gone. I got hit in the main jugular, main artery, which was the jugular in my neck. I hit the floor, that shit was pouring out like a water faucet.
Oh, wow.
He got the tiptoeing into the other parts of the house, and I'm thinking in my head, like, he finna kill everybody in the crib. For real, for real. I watched him pop my mom, shot my mom in the back of the head, came out her mouth. Like, really and truly, like, I'm getting goosebumps telling you the story. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's wild. I really don't talk about it too much. And a lot of people, when they see me on social media and shit, they be like, damn, how you missing fingers, bro? Like, I just be at a gas station or the mall buying a piece of jewelry or just whatever. Like, hold on, bro, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't even, sometimes I tell a motherfucker the whole opposite. Like, I had an accident on a motorcycle or some shit just because.
Yeah, just so you don't want to revisit
for sure,
that. Because, I mean, I can only imagine that got to be, like, a traumatic experience. Like, and in that, just hearing it, that's like a double whammy, because not only did you get shot, but while you sitting there, you know that they running in the house and then they shot your mom. So I can only imagine, like, what was going on in your head, like, because of course I know you was immobile. So if you can, just think about, like, what was going on in your head around that time, like.
Man, really and truly, man, I was excited to get out. First and foremost, because I was locked, they were juvenile too. Like, it was way different than any county jail, anything like that. Where I'm from, like, juveniles, like, they real strict on a younger age, because they know you growing up to be an adult. So they was real strict, like 23 and 1, shit like that. So I was just excited to be home at the time, man. And I had a lot of people that was supposed to be coming. I had people coming and going. People, it was a little event that was happening.
Like a welcome home type of situation.
So, man, when really and truly, man, all through my head in one motion, like, just as it was playing out, man, I'm thinking in my head, like, this shit a dream, bro. Like, this shit ain't real. Ain't no way this real for real. Like, and then I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I really couldn't feel nothing.
I was just about to ask that. Was you in pain or anything?
I couldn't even feel nothing, bro. Like,
no?
my middle finger on my right hand was hanging, like, just hanging off a piece of skin.
Yeah.
The ring finger on my left hand, it was just the tip at first, just the top part where the nail is that got shot off. Yeah. But it ended up having some medical issues where I had to get it amputated the rest of the way. But at the time, bro, I couldn't even feel nothing, to be real with you. Like, when I really, like, collapsed and hit the floor, like, I was breathing fine. I didn't feel like I was gonna die. But in my head, I'm like, the amount of blood that I'm seeing surface this room, like, bro, like a whole pool of blood I was laying in. Like, every time I tried to get up or try to crawl into the next room to check on my mom, I was, like, just swimming in blood and shit. So I'm thinking in my head, like, this it for sure. Like, I'm definitely gonna die in this kitchen like this. Like, it was wild. It definitely was wild. Like, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it was like some shit out of a movie for real. Like,
that's what it sound like, bro.
I always heard of other people's stories about them getting shot. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a big fan of the 50 Cent movie. When he got shot and shit, I'm like, damn, that's wild as a bitch. Yeah. Man, when I went through my time, man, it was definitely wild. So it was a lot of mixed feelings in my head. I was having flashbacks of, like, me and my brother's young age. Then I would snap back. At the same time, like, when the peoples came, my mother, she had went out to the living room. Like, mind you, she had got shot in the lower part of her head, like back of her neck area, and it came out like her bottom of her jaw. So she was still able to actually get up, grab a phone, call the paramedics, and try to move around. And man, when the peoples came, they were so focused on her getting hurt, they didn't even know I was in the kitchen laid out.
Oh, for
They
real?
didn't even know I was in the kitchen laid out for like 29 minutes, 28, 29 minutes.
Yeah.
And really and truly, I had I never forget, bro, I had a young guy. He was like 12, 13 at the time. Name was Troy Reynolds. My next door neighbor, he was young. I was paying to cut my mom's grass and shit. When he heard the shots ring out after the peoples had pulled off through the back alley, he came running from the neighbor house, from his house. His mom lived in the house next to me. He come running. He was 12, 13, young. I never forget, he came running up the back patio through the back door where he came through at. Grabbed the oven mitt and a little towel, like a little rag towel, whatever you want to call it, from the oven area, and pressed that shit on my neck and stood there for like the whole 20-something minutes that I was laid out waiting on it. Yeah, yup. And really and truly, my surgeon, the one that did the procedure on me, he told me, like, if little bro wouldn't have did that, you wouldn't be here today. Like, that's for real. Like, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I call him I ain't gonna say every other day, but I call him every chance that I can. Like, bro, how you been? How you doing?
Oh,
like,
so you still keep in contact?
Oh yeah. Try to shoot me a couple duck, look out for the family and shit. Make sure they straight and shit like that. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit was wild. Like, and then I get his perspective too. Like, Cause I mean, my oldest brother, not my oldest, my second to the oldest brother was there too when it happened, and I had a girlfriend that was there too. And the individual that did it, he chased them down. He was trying to chase them up the steps to shoot them too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but I guess, like, I had a couple guns in the house or whatnot, and I guess, you know what I mean, that kicked in. Like, I'm not gonna chase nobody down or whatnot. It might have been that, or he ran out of ammo, whatever the case might have been. He just came back down the steps and left, hurried up and got out the house.
Yeah.
So I'm thanking God every day for that alone. You know what I'm saying? Because anything was possible. You know what I mean? And then I got my mom still. She's still with me to this day. She's doing good. So it's like, it's a blessing all in one. So really and truly, the experience and just that tragedy that I went through, man, it changed my ways. Just that alone, like, and just that and a little bit of like jail time and shit like that. Yeah, definitely.
How long do you think that you was in recovery for when that situation happened? From when it happened to when you can actually physically move around, walk around, and you was in a better, you know what I mean, state? Like, how long?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. My shake back was crazy. I shook a lot of people. It amazed a lot of people how fast I bounced back. I was in a medical coma for 7 days. They brought me out the coma just to see how I did on my own, and it took about probably like another week after that to actually just like laying in the hospital bed, getting up, trying to walk. Get the vibe. I had a lot going on at the time. I had a cast on both hands, so I couldn't eat, couldn't do a lot of shit. Then I had like a tube, not a trach, but a tube in my neck that drained blood, overflow blood or something from the neck out of my chest into a bottle. Like, I had a lot of shit going on. Like, but overall, about 7 days a week, I bounced back, came out the hospital, and it wasn't too bad as far as like the bounce back, but the pain, man, was.
Is there anything? How has being shot affected you, in the long term? The long term, like what are the after effects of you being shot? You know, some people get shot, they get PTSD.
Oh yeah.
Or do you still got feeling in your hands?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I'm be real with you. Man, I be going to this day. I still be going to the hospital sometimes because my anxiety and my PTSD gets so bad I can't even control it. Like, it gets so bad, it take over. Like, my heart will speed up, like, uncontrollably. And then my hand, like, my left arm, paralyzed. This whole arm supposed to be paralyzed anyway, but just therapy and training and just ignoring the odds of what they saying and just going against what they saying and putting your back against the wall, just using it anyway. I got it back. Like, they told me I'd never be able to do the little chicken wing shit where you can actually move your arm. That shit came back. So I'm blessed in many different ways. Like, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like, the pain levels, like, right now, like, since it's probably been like 10 years, like 9-10 years. I still go through, like, when it's snow out, cold out, just walking out the house, even with a jacket on, beanie on, go through the most pain, bro. Like, my hand go numb.
The nerves.
Even when I'm asleep, like, I could be in a deep sleep, and my arm would just be twitching. I'll wake up out of dead sleep because, you know what I mean, just nerves, damage from the nerves and shit like that. So.
Right. What about your mom? Did she have a full recovery?
So my mom, she did have a full recovery. It took her a lot longer than it took me, just being that she had got shot in the mouth area from the back of her head down low. She had, like, her mouth was wired shut. She had a trach in her throat. She was in the hospital for like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And then even when she came home, like, she had nurses. She had to have like, everything set up at the house just for, you know what I mean, nurses to come through and do different tests on her, give her medications and shit like that. Like, it was terrible, bro. Like, she had her mouth was wired shut for probably like 4 or 5 months in total. And even then, like, bro, it was crazy, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit was wild.
Should I even ask? Know if I should ask you this on camera, but whatever. Did y'all ever find out who the person was?
For sure, yeah. So I know exactly who did it. It was a bunch of events that played out that led up to me getting shot. And I ain't gonna even try to front in front of the cameras. Like, I did a lot of shit that led up to that. You know what I mean? That caused that. So at the end of the day, like, I put myself at fault for the reason of it happening, but there's a lot that played in a role. There was a lot of people that played a role into it too. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely was the reason behind it. But it was a close family member. I can't say that though. It was a close family member that did that shit for sure. Yeah, bloodline too. It wasn't somebody you just call family. It's like
real family.
Yeah,
like
family. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so this incident, I take it that this incident happened because, of course, you said you started doing music your later years. So this probably happened, of course, before doing music.
Yep.
Did this incident lead you to doing music, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't, me personally, I ain't gonna, like, I never told myself, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna actually sit down and try to, before I got shot, I was doing like I said, I was like, people was recording me, I would do like a little freestyle and shit like that, but I never went to a studio and tried to actually make a song and put it together. It was like when I got shot, I actually sat down, got in my head, like, I had to tell myself, like, I gotta tell these people about this shit. These people gotta know this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta get this story out there.
Right.
It's like you could listen to one of my songs and you can, damn, he talking, but if you don't know me and you don't know of me,
you can't connect them dots.
Yeah, you can't connect them dots. You hear shit in the song that you could probably relate to, but don't even know what it mean. What I'm telling you for real, like.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot that play a role in it, but overall, yeah, I took the music shit serious right after. I actually probably a couple months after I had moved back to the city, moved back down here to Virginia, and kicked it off. Like start getting into it.
Right. Do you feel like your pain and survival gives your music a little more of a deeper meaning compared to, because let's just be real, we live in a society where the hood shit is glorified, the gangster shit is glorified, shooting niggas is glorified, getting shot kind of glorified. Sometimes they be like, I took bullets, ate them, da.
Yeah, for sure.
So did that change your mentality? Being that you have the content and you live the life to where you can rap about it, does that make you want to make songs to rap about that just as much as somebody who didn't get shot talking about that
so
shit?
So really and truly, I tell myself all the time, like, a lot of people, they versatile with their music. They can go from a pain song to a twerking song for the bitches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm stuck on that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in that mode where, like, it's pain. Every song is pain. Like, I gotta switch it up. Like, I ain't gonna say I gotta switch it up like that, but I gotta every song I gotta give them a little more feedback on it. Yeah.
But like I said, you got the situation and the lifestyle to pull from that, instead of it being a whole bunch of fabricated bull jive. And even when I listen to your music, you don't glorify. It's not like you glorifying the streets. It sounds like you're a product of the environment. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a thin line between the two.
Yeah, for sure.
And I definitely applaud you for keeping it authentic with your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Cause I personally know a few people that, and I ain't gonna say their music ain't like that, but they just, like, it's some people that can rap. Don't do me wrong. Some people that make good music, but some of the shit that they saying, like you saying, they really ain't been through that. Mm-hmm. But they can connect the dots and, you know what I mean, and put it out there to make it sound good anyway. But overall, like, just because of what I went through, like, I ain't gonna sit here and say if I wouldn't have went through what I went through, I wouldn't be rapping, cause ain't no telling. But yeah, that definitely play a role in it. It definitely has its effects on it for sure.
Yeah. And so do you find yourself struggling with the fact that you are missing your two fingers? Do you struggle at all with?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know you counting money still.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I don't do the flexing shit, bro. But you know what I mean? I had to pop my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Flex for
I got down shit. I be playing football still. I be playing back. Motherfuckers, like, I hit a 3 from deep. Motherfuckers be looking at me like, bro, you just let him hit a 3 and he missing fingers. Like, ain't no way. Like, so I ain't gonna say it slow nothing down, but it do be certain shit that I be doing, and and I could tell, like, it definitely,
that
like,
affects you.
Yeah, for sure. Even in front of, like, I got a couple businesses I run too. I get in front of customers. I might be filling out a piece of paper or doing something in that nature, or on the phone or something, and they'll see it, and a lot of times you don't know exactly how people will look at you. You don't know if they'll look at you different because of it, or if they interested in knowing the story on how it happened. You know what I'm saying? So really and truly, it's still mixed feelings on how people might look at you because of it. But overall, like, it don't stop nothing. It ain't gonna stop nothing at all. It never has. A lot of people might think like, oh, he missing fingers, he can't do this or he can't do that.
Right.
That shit ain't making me. It just make me want to do it more.
Right. Yeah.
Being that I'm missing 2 fingers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, damn, ain't no way he can do this. Ain't no way he can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wrong.
yeah, for sure. Like, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, as soon as I had got out the hospital, I was back to doing like normal shit, and people was looking at me like, bro, ain't no way, bro. Like, ain't no motherfucking way. You just got shot 5 times. You literally missing 2 fingers, bro.
Yeah.
And you back out here like ain't nothing. It's life. Like, at the end of the day, you still gotta push yourself. You still gotta, and like I said, I come across shit all the time where I might be doing shit like, I cut trees down too. Like, I own a tree business, so I might be in the mix of doing something, and something like, a lot of times, like, shit just slip through my hands, through my fingers, shit like that. Like, I can be carrying something and it just slip right out my hand, and a lot of people like, they don't realize it, but that'd be the reason why, like, shit like that. Yeah, like, even writing, like, I don't even do a lot. I used to be a pen and pad, like, write on paper. Like, that shit over with. Like, I'm in my head with it now. Like, I try to eliminate tasks that I gotta do with my hands because of it. For sure.
So when you got shot, did they so I know you said one finger was hanging off and the other finger, it was just the tip, and because of a medical reason they had to get rid of the whole finger? Was that like close? Was that during this situation, or did it happen like later?
No, so that was so my middle finger on my right hand, it was already the bullet had amputated it. It had shot it completely off. There was nothing they could have did about that.
Right.
My ring finger on my left hand, my doctor had told me some shit about it. Like, the ring finger on the left hand, it balanced that whole arm. That's why it had paralyzed that arm. When it happened, I had kept the finger. My finger was probably as big as the pinky. Just from the nail up to the end of the finger was amputated. But the pain, bro, like, I was dealing with so much pain because of that. Like, I don't know if it was just, I really and truly, I don't know why I had that much pain, but I went back to my doctor like probably 2 months later. Told him like, bro, you gotta cut the rest of the finger off. He's like, what? He looked at me crazy as shit. Like, bro, the finger gonna be fine. You're gonna be able to bend it, use it. Like, the pain I was going through, bro, I didn't care. Like, bro, take that shit off. And I was still a minor. I was still under 18 when I had him. So I had to have my mother sign off on even doing the procedure. Like, and she wasn't even a big fan of it. She procrastinated for like weeks. Like, no, I'm not doing that. You gonna get over the pain and your body gonna adapt to it, this, that, and the third. And I remember waking up 1, 2 in the morning, late nights, going to her room, crying, holding my shit. Like, ain't no way, man. This shit gotta go. I gotta cut this shit off. Even my doctor, he like, bro, give us some time. It's only been like a month or 2. Give us some time. Been about 6, 7 weeks, bro. It take years for your body to actually adapt to the pain and the nerves. But it just, I was younger too, so you can imagine, like, it was crazy. It definitely was crazy. The pain, it was unbearable. Like, I thought I had crazy thoughts. It was so bad. Like, at one point, I'm telling him, like, take the arm off. The arm was paralyzed. Like, when it first happened, my arm was in a sling. They had it strapped to me for about a year after I had got shot. I couldn't do nothing with it. Like, I couldn't. You can touch it. You can punch on it. You can punch on it. Yeah, you can throw a football like that, jump, whatever. Bang it against the wall, whatever. I couldn't feel it whatsoever. Like, and it came back. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it probably took like 2 or 3 years of me actually waking up in the morning and eat breakfast, do a couple push-ups. At one point, I couldn't even do a push-up because of it. But just putting your arm in that position and, you know what I mean, using the right arm more than the left, and even pull up, shit like that. Like, using it more and more and more and more, it's like starting all the way over. Like, you just was born and you gotta build that strength and that nerves up in that limb just to get it to, you know what I mean? And right now to this day, it's still, my left arm is smaller than the right arm. Like, it's kind of hard for you to tell. Like, if I pop the top or I'm out at the beach or something like that, you can kind of look like, damn, what's wrong with bro arm?
You probably can see the difference.
So you can see it. So it's for sure.
Let's talk about success, man. What is success to you now? Like, now that you older, now that you done matured, now that you not in the streets no more, what does success mean to AMG ACE? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
Man,
what does
success
that
to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. that word alone mean a lot of different shit to a lot of different people. To me, man, success is taking care of the family, buying houses, buying properties. You know what I mean? Making sure the people that in your family that don't got it or didn't have it, make sure they can get it or they gonna have it at some point. I mean, success mean a lot to me. I ain't gonna lie, like, and really and truly, that's why I had started my own business. I never wanted to depend on nobody. Never wanted to. Oh, look, let me loan this. Can I hold this from you? Can I? Even back before I had got shot, like, success at one point in my life when I was younger, before I got shot, success was just money. Like any way to get money, no matter if it took you to go take from somebody else, like. Once I had got shot and I matured and I went through my trials and tribulations, like I actually told myself, like, making sure the family straight and, you know what I mean, buying property, you know what I mean, going out, exploring places you ain't never been to, seeing people in cities that you ain't never been to, going to different clubs.
Living life,
like,
man. Living life to the fullest.
And I ain't even gonna lie to you, I had went down to Miami not too long ago, probably 2 years ago. I went to Miami, and that experience alone, from that point, that shit, I've been going hard since then. Like, I thought I was going hard before then. Like, yeah, that was your first time.
Miami will change you, bro.
That shit, like, I'm talking about, it was bitches walking down the street butt naked, like,
saying hi to you. Dick? Hey, how you doing?
For real, I'm like, damn. Like,
they happy.
Bugattis, Maseratis, Rolls Royces lined up out front of these clubs and shit. I remember one club I had went to, that shit was like $70 to get in the joint, just to get in the joint. I'm like, they doing it like that down here? Like, so it's like, man.
Should make you laugh. Should make you laugh when you come back to Virginia. Like, man.
So, man, I ain't gonna lie. Just that one trip. Because I done been a lot of places. On the East Coast. I ain't never been on the West Coast yet. I've been inland a lot, but I ain't never went as far as, like, you know what I mean, Cali on that side all the way. Definitely got plans on doing it. But just leaving between Ohio and Virginia, just leaving those two states and going to another city, state that's actually known for being lit, that's just turned up. Like, man, that shit alone is motivation, bro. Like, man, walking the strip in Miami, bro, seeing all them high-end cars and people flashing, big jewelry. And,
you don't see no ugly people in Miami,
I told myself, I got to get back to the city and do something. Something got to shake. I ain't going to lie. That's really when I took my business to another level. Like, I actually wanted to be into it. Like, not just, we could do this work for this person.
Not just like a little hustle, but an actual business.
I started investing into myself, really, like buying shit that I can make money off of instead of just going to buy a bust down bracelet or some earrings or even a Mercedes. Or, man, I started looking at money a whole lot different than I normally did. Like, and I ain't gonna say, cause I've been getting money for a long time, but just the past like 3 or 4 years, like, man, I took this shit to a whole nother level. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually looked into it, like, man, when you put yourself around people that get money, you really get money. And a lot of people say that. That's life. True. If you put yourself in a room full of
if you got 4 people that make money and you in the room, you gonna be the 5th one, man.
Damn right.
That's what's up, man. So that sounds, I mean, like, you got a real, you know, from tragedy to overcoming, you know, story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that your story is where it's at now, as far as, like, you're not locked up, you're not dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you definitely got purpose in this world, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. It took me a while, a long time to realize that, for real. Even after I got shot, like, I ain't gonna say I took a lot of shit for granted, because I did. Like, a lot of shit that I went through, it made me who I am today. But, man, I experienced, like, I seen other people get shot right in front of me, like, damn near lose their life or lost their life. Like, I seen a lot and I done did a lot. So it's like, man, that shit, like you said before, that gangster shit, that street shit, a lot of people glorify it. A lot of people, they respect you off of it. But, man, that shit ain't really where it's at.
It's not living, man. Yeah, it's crazy because it always seems like it's always that chapter. It's a chapter. Like, you know, me speaking on a lot of my associates that I met over the years, me being a cameraman, I done met a lot of people where between the ages of like that 21 to like 27 is where you live that rebellious life where you just gonna do what you want, cut the corners, I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. This is what life is about, just getting it and grinding. And then it seems like that everybody has almost like a wake-up call around like 28, 29, like around that age where it's like, I gotta get serious because I don't like the results of what life is giving me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need better results. I'm doing too much and the results not equating to where I'm at in life. And you know, some people got enough common sense to be alert and to peep that shit, bro. But it's some people that just can't see that. They can't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it's
it
unfortunate.
take them to go through something. Even not just like me getting shot. Like you could lose somebody else in your family, and it takes something like that to even jail change your life.
Yeah.
Just going to jail and realizing like your life go on pause. Like you in a confined environment around a whole bunch of men. Even for females, like just getting locked up alone could change your life. It can make you look at life a whole different way, a whole different perspective for sure.
Right. Let me ask you this: is there anything that you regret in your 20s? Like I know you're still in your 20s, right?
27.
27. So is there anything that you regret in your 20s? Is there anything that you wish? Is there anything you regret, and is there anything that you wish didn't happen?
Man, I ain't gonna say I don't got regrets, but it's a lot of shit like in my 20s that I wish I could have did different for sure. Like, man, it's a lot of like just when it comes to making business transactions, like buying property or just man spending a large amount of money on certain things that don't matter, shit like that. You could regret shit like that. Like me personally, my 20s, like man, I probably in my 20s alone, I done spent so much money on dumb shit that I sit back and I relapse on. Like I ain't get shit out of that. I just threw that money out there for the looks or for whatever purpose it was. I ain't getting no feedback, but I could have took it and invested into this or invested into my business and got money out of it. Like I definitely got my regrets, but overall, like my 20s been lit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been lit through my 20s. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of friends and family like, man, you now, you about to be you pushing 30, you about to
it's
be
coming. It's on the way.
Coming. I got nieces and nephews, but I look at them like damn, like they amaze me. Like I'm looking at them like, damn.
So
bro.
no kids? No kids?
I got a 7-year-old. His name's 7. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Matter of fact, I met 7 before, man. Yeah, I met him before.
Him alone, like I changed my ways a lot just off of watching him grow up and seeing the personality and the teenager he coming to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see it all in him. Like it's like I see myself in him, but at the same time, I'm gonna make sure I direct them in the total opposite way that I went when I was coming up through my teens, pushing 16, 17. So I definitely I look at my son like a baby me for sure, but at the same time, I want him to do everything different. I'm gonna push him for greatness in every way for sure.
Yeah, damn right, man. That's what's up. We need that. We need that because they next. So
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Do you any kids in the future that you want to have? Are you
I definitely want a little girl. I definitely want a baby girl for sure. Just because it was me and 3 brothers. It's 4 of us in total. Mm-hmm. I ain't never had the experience of a sister. Didn't have that. You know what I mean? And then even I ain't gonna lie, even my son, like I was locked up when my son was born, so I didn't even get to experience that feeling of him being brought into this world. Like it took like I probably was locked up a few months. He was like 5-6 months when I met him. Mm-hmm. So that alone, like I still to this day ain't go through that experience of him being born. I definitely want a little girl, man. And I ain't gonna say just because I ain't have no sisters or no siblings like that. It's a whole bunch of men in my family. I got like 1 or 2 female figures like cousins, like just like ain't no
and everybody else is dudes.
Yeah.
How was it growing up like in that type of situation? Were your parents like more strict on you, or were you all like on some chill shit because it's all boys?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell baby K, I tell my girl all the time, like, bro, when I growing up in Virginia, like my people was real strict. Like we weren't allowed to stay at people's houses. We weren't allowed to go to no, you know what I mean, little parties and shit like that. Like we weren't into none of that. Like we went to school. I played football, basketball, ran track. I did all the sports. Like and I was nasty at every sport that I did. So at the time, like when I was younger, man, it was school, come home, go to football, basketball practice, and repeat that process. Like, I will always hear at school, "Oh, this party was lit. We did this, like, woo, woo, woo." I'm like, "Damn, bro, like, why the fuck my people don't let me go to that joint?" Like, that shit definitely, and that really and truly, like, it's just the world we live in, man. Like, I respect my people for the decision they made, cause it's crazy around. It's like, them ages, like middle school, high school, that's when, it's the youngest that doing the crazy shit. It's the youngest, the YNs that doing all the crazy shit.
All the crazy shit.
I respect them for their decisions back then, but man, when I actually moved back to Ohio before I got shot, and I got to, try weed, smoke some weed, drink and shit like that, like, actually got the experience, like, that teenage lifestyle, like, that real teenage lifestyle, like, man, I was lit. I was telling myself, like, damn, I've been missing out, like, this shit, like, what the fuck going on, bro? My peoples was tripping, like.
I play catch up now.
Yeah, I'm telling my dude to this day, like, man, that was fucked up how you did us back in the day, like, for real, like. But I respect them for that decision, man. They just wanted the best for us, man. But it was, like I said, it was me and 3 of my brothers. Like, it's 4 of us in total. Yeah. 2 and 2, like, 2 in one bedroom, 2 in another bedroom, catching wreck every day, fighting each other, playing game system. You know how it is growing up, like. But I never did, like I said, I never did get to experience that actual teenage.
Teenage years,
yeah.
How was your you and your mom's relationship?
Tight, man. That's like my everything in the world, bro. Like, I tell a lot of people that know me, they know that. Like, my mom, dude, that's really like closest, like, adult role model type figure in my life. Like, even my business decisions and my regular day life decisions, I still to this day, even though I'm grown, I still run them past her. Like, hey, look, I'm finna do this. She'll put her 2 cents in it, and then I'll make my opinion and my decision if I want to do it or not. But man, yeah, me and my mom, dude, she love that lady to death, man. We real tight. I talk to her every day. It ain't a day that go by that I don't talk to mom, dude. So we definitely tight, man. We definitely.
Is your pops in your life at all?
My pop definitely. My pop's been in my life my whole life. Around the time that I got shot, my moms and my pops had got a divorce. They had fell out, and my pops he was dealing with his like criminal life, still getting past his past. He had some shit in his past that he was taking care of. So I always had my pops though. Like, don't get it wrong, I always had my pops. But like to this day, we talk every other day. You know what I mean? Call every other day. I might not see him like I should. Like, we go a couple months without seeing each other, but on a regular, I talk to him all the time. Yeah, definitely talk to him. Yeah.
For sure.